All right.
Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our opportunity Zoom. This is such a big deal because we have something so special, so different, and so I don't know, aligned. I guess is the best word that I keep saying. I keep saying it over and over again since I've been in this space. It's only been a couple of weeks since I started here, and I just can't tell you how much I feel like this is my home. I feel at home here. And Beth and I have been friends. Beth Graves and I have been friends a long time. We've tried to work together so many times, you guys, and I'm sure that we haven't because it hasn't been the exact right timing. But this time, I feel like we finally are going to be able to be together. And because we are so aligned and we have such good energy together, and she is such a fantastic leader, we just can kind of join our forces and join our energy and bring in the best, most professional, incredible people we've ever worked with. And that's really where you all come in. And I'm honored and happy to have you all here because this is a great time to join this company. Beth's been with them for a while. I'll let her tell her story. But my story, real quick, I have been on GLP-1 medications because of Beth, because she told me to do this 2 years ago. And I lost 75 pounds using these incredible peptides. Well, Beth kind of pushed me in this direction a few times throughout the course of the last year. And I had to say no because I wanted to see the other thing through. But now that that has happened, I'm here 100% and excited to introduce you to my very good friend and amazing leader, Beth Graves.
Thanks, Rhonda. Okay, I pulled a card because if you know us, that's what I do. So it says spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. How perfect is that? So thanks for having me on tonight. And my story is that I have loved this space. Affiliate marketing meets network marketing meets telemedicine and empowering women to have a voice and a few good men and share their stories and advocate for their own health care needs. I remember sitting in my doctor's office and Roxanne did a post like this, and I was like, oh my gosh, that so speaks to me. And I was full on menopause, my hormones were whacked, my weight kept going up. And she's like, well, just do some Mediterranean and maybe get 10,000 steps. And I'm like, my kidney function was struggling. All of these things were compounding and going on. And a friend of mine did just what I did with Rhonda. And she said, you know, that these medications are not as terrible as because in the beginning, people are saying, look at all these side effects. So I went on tirzepatide, which is GLP-1 GIP, and I titrated up very, very slowly. And so over the course of 2 years, I released 60 pounds. And my doctor said, if we could just release 30 pounds, that would be amazing. And so my body got back into I think alignment. My brain started to actually believe that that I could get back to feeling really, really good and now better because of the regenerative peptides, stacking those and feeling better than I did in my 30s. That was like almost 30 years ago. So what happens when all of this momentum and we're seeing that we no longer are going to be looking at obesity as an epidemic? And all I thought was, my goodness, I have shared with so many people my story, and I wanted to share it out loud, even though it felt really scary because I'd been hiding behind my extra large Target Black t-shirts for many years, thinking half my body behind my son's and thinking, what is going on? And most importantly, I was thinking about longevity. I was a 39 and a half year old mom. So I thought I need to be having really good health so that I can be around for a long, long, long time. And I was really sprung into action when my sister had a diagnosis that I truly believe stress, cortisol, inflammation, and and just being in this toxic, chaotic state um, accelerated what was going on in her body. And I thought, I need to find a solution. And so when I did, I called Rhonda 2 years ago, and I called this person and this person and this person. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be interesting? I've built in the space of network marketing. Because I understood the power of community and the power of taking out the middleman of marketing and getting the message out. But suddenly I wasn't aligned with that message anymore. And I thought to myself that there was only a way. Well, I put it in my Instagram stories, and the universe did a little bit of work. And I was led to Hani Sagari, the CEO and founder of Ellie MD. And Ellie MD is a telemedicine platform that connects you and your clients to a network of doctors and we have in our on our menu all kinds of regenerative peptides. The first, I call it like the one that people come to, is the microdosing of the GLP-1 or the weight loss version. That's usually how they get in the door. And then we are partnered with multiple 503A pharmacies. So it's not you going out and playing doctor. You're pointing to and educating and sharing your story and your message and partnering with this incredible company. So I'm going to pull up some slides here that can give us a little bit more, and I'm going to have Rhonda share as we go. But what is Ellie MD? Is our big umbrella is longevity. Hani Sagari, who is our CEO and founder, she was focused on, she's a biochemist and gerontologist, and her parents moved her into um, a 55 plus, 65 plus community. And she said she started from a very young age understanding that people get old, they get immobile, they need sick care, and then they die. And she had it on her mind that I want to keep my friends around for a lot longer. And she dove into the longevity space and thought, you know what, we need accessibility. This used to be these peptides, this regenerative medicine reserved for people that had lots and lots and lots of resources to go through functional medicine doctors and intense periods of blood work and all of these pieces. And she said, what would happen if we created a platform where we could share the stories, have a medical science backed team, and give accessibility, plus pay out commissions? So that's Honey, and she's amazing. I can't, and she's so personal. She actually just FaceTimed me on her way to a Disney cruise with her boys and said, "How's Rhonda doing?" That was amazing. So I want to go back to this slide. So we focus on longevity, weight loss being the biggest lever of longevity, sexual health. There's some incredible ways that we can work on that sexual health piece. Longevity, we have so many peptides that help with inflammation, with energy, with getting our bodies back to it's like biohacking, and then diagnostics are on the way. So how does it work? When somebody goes into that portal, there's a health questionnaire. So you'll go in and you'll click longevity, and many people come in and they want to do the microdosing, which is the small doses of the GLP-1 GIP, semaglutide, tirzepatide. Because what we have found, we have people that don't have the BMI like Rhonda and I had of over 29, and they don't qualify for the weight loss, but we're finding, and if you listen to podcasts, I'll suggest one that is so, so incredible. Dr. Tina, Tyna, and she did a podcast on Mind Pump that really opened my eyes. But she talks about the smaller doses of the GLP-1, and what we're seeing is the inflammation is leaving people's bodies. They're having the cardiac health. We're seeing it in neuro diseases, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. They're seeing all of these benefits of the microdosing. So we've got that whole part of our telemedicine and the weight loss part. So we have accessibility for everyone, because many people were turned away because they're like, well, you're not in the obese category, so you don't qualify for these medications. And we've opened those doors. So I want to talk about, I'm going to actually have Rhonda talk about the facts of what's happening with the regenerative market and the affiliate marketing space.
Let me unmute myself. So yeah, it's really interesting how there really isn't anyone out there like us. And because this business is growing and this regenerative medicine market is growing, And the peptide market, like peptide, you guys are hearing it everywhere. What does that mean? It's all about repairing your cells at the cellular level. So we're not just going in there with a supplement and saying, hey, you know, hey, supplement, you're supposed to cure me. That's not what's really happening here. We're taking peptides, and the peptides are going into your body, cleaning things up, helping to repair some of the damage, and helping you to rejuvenate yourself. So what's happening is we're able to regenerate as opposed to just putting band-aids on things. And because of that, the regenerative health market has just boomed and is going to continue to boom. And here we are right in it, in a space where the average person can come in and do this business and just be in the area of being able to help other people, which I think is just what we've always done in this space, and something that we're super excited about being able to bring into the network marketing space with such a professional platform.
So Ellie MD is one of we're the only ones that are offering this affiliate model, and also being able to build a sales team, and being so innovative with what I'll say is just like bringing things like BPC 157, GHKCU, which are all these peptides that you'll be educated on. I came in thinking there was just like, I didn't even know. I was like, oh, it's a weight loss injection. I didn't even know what a peptide was, and how they actually are healing and sending messages to like, hey, pancreas, release more insulin. And it's so cool because I think of a peptide like a text message to the different parts of your body. But what's happened with Ellie MD is in June of 2024, we had 330,000 in sales, and in January, 2.1 million. It's a company that's seen 267% growth in the customer base, 90% growth in the brand partners. And this is what I love. This is unheard of, 91% customer retention rate. We are 100% owner owned, no venture capitalists. If you're familiar with venture capitalists coming into some of these companies, they're great, but not in this space. And the industry is in need right now of innovation, creativity, and clarity on the message. And that is what we have here. This is Ellie MD. So what I want to share with you is how it works when you become a brand partner, when you're like, okay, I'm ready to get started with this. I want a piece of this. Like if I could have had a piece of Amazon or a piece of Uber when it started, this is something that is like, we are ground floor. And you get connected. You are a connector and a pointer. So you as the brand partner will share, and like super simple. Hey, I've been using the tirzepatide. I've noticed XYZ. Your friend wants to take a look at it. And so there's a lot of different ways that you can get support, most of all pointing them to the website, to the information that is there. You're going to be on Team Rhonda, Team Beth, Team whoever this is. We haven't even named it yet. Rhonda, what's the name of this team?
Right now it's Joy Tribe.
The Joy Tribe. And so it's so simple to, we have Roxanne on, and when she first was just sharing with friends, she didn't even know there was a business part of it. Well, she knew that, but she was like, oh, I'm feeling so good. I want to share with my friend, Susie. Immediately, she just connected me with Susie. I walked her through it because I've just been doing this a little bit longer. So connecting to somebody that can share their story if you don't have yours yet, connecting to the website. We've got all kinds of educational series and resources, short videos for you to share. And what I love, if you've never been a part of a team, is we're like the all-inclusive resort for entrepreneurs, from mindset to sales to just feeling a part of the community, whether you have $1,000 in sales or $100,000 in sales, you're a part of this community, and we're all about growth spiritually, your health, your emotional growth, and feeling a part of something and a movement that is so big. So this is how I always say decisions are declarations of energy. The moment you choose, your vibration shifts, and the world begins to rearrange itself around that choice. So instead of thinking, oh my gosh, this feels overwhelming, shift that to, I'm making a decision. I have everything that it takes. Most importantly, I have me, my voice, and how I want to help people to just feel better and to be connected to be educated, to understand that they have options. And it always starts with one conversation, one simple conversation, like me sharing in my Instagram stories. Having my friend Sarah say to me, hey, there is a company out there, and we've helped thousands and thousands and thousands of people since July, because I was like one person sharing my story. So I want you to think about that. It's just the ripple effect of throwing a rock in the water and the impact that we can make. Now I want to get to Rhonda's favorite part. The personal volume commission with the company.
Absolutely. Want me to talk about it?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll do the best I can. I'm new, by the way. So I'll do the best I can. But basically, you start at 20% commission. So you have zero, let's say you have zero customers. At zero customers, zero PV, which is each, let's start with the PV would be like the semaglutide, right? Is how much PV? It's 240. Is that right, Beth?
So your PV on it would, yes, 240. I'll show you what that looks like.
Yeah, let's just
Got
go to
that
this
slide.
because it's just easier.
No, this
There
is
we go.
easier.
So basically, if you had 10 customers coming in every month buying just that product, and what you'll find is that some people are going to buy the terzipatide, which is a higher PV, but we just use this just because it's like the main thing that a lot of people sell. You are going to, with 10 customers, this is how much money that you would make. So if you added 10 a month. Now, here's the thing. Since we have a 90% retention rate, this is not an unusual kind of thing to look at. So month one, you bring in 10 customers, you make $770. Month two, you bring in another 10 customers. Now you're up to 1540. And so what you're doing is you're just building and building and building on this. And by month six, you're making about $5,200 a month. So it's quick. And because you don't need a ton of customers to get up to these volume levels, it's nice because you're not feeling overwhelmed by, oh my gosh, I have to have 30 customers and we're selling, little items. And, how long is that going to take me to get to $5,000? It doesn't work like that. It's very, very quick how you can move fast with this. Did I explain that well enough, Beth?
You did. And I'm going to go back to here because one of the biggest things is that 20% on your own personal order. So in the back office, there's all the resources, but what I love is once like 500 PV is your own order and two friends. And then you're already at 25%. When I first started, you guys, I was like, I'm a great person that recruits people into the business. I thought getting to that 5,000 PV, I had it in my mind, it would be hard. Well, I shifted that idea of that was like my first 5 customers each wanted to refer 2 or 3 people because we have this Facebook group and they wanted to share and they're sharing their story and people are noticing. And so it rolls fast because you're open to those conversations. And it's also super interesting because there's a lot of like, for example, the woman that does my lashes. So she sits all day long and listens to women. She has a QR code in her little lash studio and she does about $8,000 in orders a month. And she's like, I've been able to take one full day off because her hands were hurting until she started on our peptides. And we have a lot of tools too for you to show you how to present business to business, how you would start these conversations. So we're not going to go deep into this, but also along with this is a little blurry. You can get a really clear version of this in the resources, and we'll send it in the chat. So the person that invited you, but along with your personal volume, you can also make commissions on building a team. And that's my favorite part as well, because you're building a sales team and you're building a community and you are rewarded for that. And I will not go through each of these ranks, but this is the deal. If you've ever been in this industry, even if you haven't, 2014 was my first run at a network marketing company. I've never seen a more generous comp plan than this. And the thing I love about it is there's no chasing. There's no, this person has to be this level so you can get paid here. It's honestly your personal sales volume and your team's personal sales and the people that they bring in. And it's beautiful energy. It's everyone helping each other. there's a lot of different ranks that you can hit as you roll. We won't get into that as much, except for this is what I want you to think about is partnering with Ellie MD. What does that look like for you? And the biggest piece is everybody has at least 5 people in their life right now that are waiting for you to either share the business opportunity or talk to them about what it is that's happening in the regenerative peptide world. And you do not have to have a huge, huge following on TikTok and social media and any experience in this business to just get started and share. And one of the greatest things that we do is we continue to use the platform of let's get into a community. We have a group called Longevity. I add people that are curious into that group. And the other way is that we have Zooms just like this that are more story centered and give product information for you to invite to. So there's so many different ideas and ways to build. I would say you're just one decision away from saying, okay, I'm here to learn and grow, and I'm open. Rhonda, what do you have to add to that?
I think that's great. And I feel like because the community is such a group of people who are have the ability to be vulnerable with one another, it becomes pretty intimate pretty quickly. And because we all seem to have the same story where, we weren't heard by a doctor, or somebody is tired of traditional medicine, they're just not getting the answers, and women's health is just not put in the forefront. We have the opportunity to create a community here where people have a safe place and feel comfortable and want to share and want to join us, just based on the fact that we are here and available and open and vulnerable and able to bring the best people, because we bring that energy of we're here to support and help you. And when you're in a place of service, there's no way that you can't be successful, because people feel that ability just from you. And you don't have to know everything to start this. You just have to be willing to really help people and know how to find the tools, how to make the connections from yourself to people like me and Beth, who can really help you, to the community that we have available, like the Facebook group, and different ways that you can really serve your women friends and your male friends who really need help right now with either their weight or discomfort in their bodies or their hormones, or we have skincare coming that's prescription, all kinds of things that are going to be happening here at Ellie MD that we're really, really excited about. And in the future, bringing an animal peptide to the program. So there's a lot happening here. We have a lot to offer to everyone who's interested in just being of service and making some money doing it. And there's great money to be had here as well. And I think that's important to note. And it's okay to want to make money, because we all need it. Money is energy too. And if it's coming from a good place of positivity and it's coming from a place of abundance, it will show itself to you in more easily than you can ever imagine, as I'm already experiencing here at Ellie MD and partnering with someone like Beth.
Oh, well, that was beautiful. I want to do, but right before we close out, I want to share one thing because I think so I can just show you what it looks like in your customer facing website so that you can, hopefully I can get there for you guys. I'm going to wait. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. I think this is important to see because it really helps. My screen share is not doing what it needs to do. Here we go. Can you see my Google right now?
Not yet.
Okay. Let me go back and share this with you guys. Here we go. So when you go to the LEMD site, some of you probably haven't even been here yet. What your client will see. So you have a back office that shows you like all of your customers, your leads, has all the training resources, but this is your own personalized site. So you have your link that you share, and I actually have postcards with QR codes, and I love that when people come here, let's click on the longevity, every single one of the products. So let's say that you have somebody that wants to do the tirzepatide, the GLP-1 plus B12. What they find on the website is everything that they need to know when they click learn more. So we've got the benefits, the subscription plan, how the order fulfillment works, testimonials, and then scientific sources. So they come here, they click purchase. They go and fill out a medical questionnaire. A doctor looks at that medical questionnaire. Your client is communicated with every step of the way, and then the pharmacy fulfills that prescription and it ships right to the doorstep. And this is what I love is that you are pointing. There are so many resources here that it's like somebody said, oh my gosh, I just read the article. I looked up the improved cardiovascular health. I looked up the part about metabolic health, that you're not just selling a magic potion, as Rhonda said in one of her posts, like it's not glitter in your drink that's going to make you have energy all day. This is pharmaceutical. They're regenerative. It's not like masking a problem. We're healing the body and the total body. And then we have frequently asked questions. I would encourage you, if you're thinking like, okay, what is this all about? Go and investigate the Ellie MD site. Start reading about these peptides. Go watch some of the educational series at the Ellie MD YouTube channel. And I promise you, in about 20 minutes, you'll be like, I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to get started. So Rhonda, thank you for having me on tonight. And I'm so excited to partner with you, with this team. We waited a long time to do this. And we're here to serve and to help and take our over a decade of experience of building businesses, building teams, teaching sales, but most importantly for us, it's the whole energy, the vibration, and helping you with building a business that feels full of joy and ease and that you love, that you wake up in the morning and you say, I can't wait. And then we celebrate because you will be rewarded for that with the compensation plan and with, most importantly, your clients. The messages I get daily thanking me, they blow me away. So I just love being here. I love that we get to do this together, Rhonda, and I want to thank everybody for being on tonight.
Thanks everybody for showing up. We'll talk to you guys soon. Happy Easter.
Happy